A couple weeks ago, the New York Jets officially released Aaron Rodgers. It seems like he's going to go to the Steelers, although no official word has been said. Almost went to the Giants, but now they are having Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson man their quarterback locker room, which is a choice, I guess. So now Aaron Rodgers' future sort of uneasy and definitely weird. Steve, at this point, what is your reaction to Aaron Rodgers' situation and his kind of weird offseason thus far?
Honestly, Cam, I wish he would go home. I honestly wish he would just retire.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is I truthfully don't think he's a good enough quarterback to start in the league anymore. Ever since Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets, there have been a lot of people that have just been talking about Aaron Rodgers as if we were still in 2011, right? So when you look at quarterbacks that are over the age of 40 and how they've done in NFL history, there have been 15 quarterbacks that have played seasons after the age of 40. If your name is not Tom Brady, playing past 40 does not really look too great for you. Tom Brady is 68-30 in the regular season past 40. The second one is Brett Favre. He's 17-12. Drew Brees is 17-6. Then you have Vinny Testaverde at 10-22. Warren Moon at 15-18. Matt Hasselbeck at 5-3. Doug Flutie at 3-3. And then you got Aaron Rodgers at 6-12. He unfortunately tore his Achilles his first play with the Jets. And then last season, they went 5-12. Aaron Rodgers, reportedly from Yahoo Sports, who got a source close to the conversation with Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, said that he's looking for something in the vicinity of 2 years, $90 million with 40 fully guaranteed. Whatever world we're living in where Aaron Rodgers is deserving of $45 million a year, all you need to do is look at history and see how it's played out for other quarterbacks that I think few of them are probably higher on the list all time than Aaron Rodgers. And other than Tom Brady, we have not seen success, especially in the playoffs. I mean, Brett Favre had the Minnesota Vikings to the, I think, NFC conference, NFC or NFC conference championship game, one of his 40 years. But like outside of him and Tom Brady and those two fine examples, I can't name you any quarterbacks who had postseason success after the age of 40. If you're a team like the Steelers who's considering bringing on an Aaron Rodgers, why would you want to do that when you're trying to contend? TJ Watt's window is closing. You just went out and got DK Metcalf. You have George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth, an established offensive line. Mike Tomlin, a veteran coach. Why would you want to bring in a guy who's already proven for the last 10 years that he can't get the job done? So, Cam, to me, Aaron Rodgers needs to retire. There is no other area for him other than his couch with a beer in one hand and his mushrooms in the other.
Yeah, I agree. I don't understand. It is like we have all suddenly forgotten the world we live in and what Aaron Rodgers has done the last few seasons and what it is he brings to your team. So I think, like I said, everyone is talking about Aaron Rodgers' stats and his touchdown interception ratio and how the Jets, like it wasn't their lack of success was not all on Aaron Rodgers. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It is 1000% Aaron Rodgers. His stats are empty. And like I said, my main thing is I don't understand why we are all of a sudden acting like Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers. We have just all coincidentally forgotten the things he had said and done and been a part of and the headlines we had all heard for the last few years. So just to name a few, let's start in 2021 where he announced, I'm not going to mentor Jordan Love because I'm too good for that and I'm not somebody's babysitter. I'm also going to be leaving soon. And also, you know this COVID thing that's going around? I'm not getting the vaccine because I am self-immunized. 2022, his last year on the Packers, he starts promoting 9/11 conspiracy theories amongst his teammates and is saying how we should not, or not we, his teammates should not be subscribing to things they hear in the media about 9/11-esque, I will say, situations. 2023, his first year with the Jets, immediately fails that first game, which we all remember. in the offseason, I don't know if you remember, he was just not showing up to things. That was when he was doing the darkness retreat, as I almost fall backwards in my chair. He had announced that the Jets were going to go to the Super Bowl, and there was a lot of unease on if Aaron Rodgers was actually going to continue to play football and quarterback for the Jets that season. And then we never really heard from him much after that because then he got hurt and was going to other countries doing drugs. Then in 2024, he starts a feud with Jimmy Kimmel, saying that, or I shouldn't say starts, he reignites a feud with Jimmy Kimmel, talking that he as in Jimmy was on the Epstein Island and friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and when the list comes out, he should be getting worried and prepared and all that stuff until Jimmy Kimmel had to literally threaten legal action to get him to stop. So I don't know if you remember that happening or not, but it did. He then appeared on a conspiracy theory podcast promoting that COVID and AIDS were created by big medical companies for nothing but profit. Then he starts missing mini camps. That's when the whole coaching, like Robert Saleh was terrible, was fired in 2 months. And then he's like, hey, remember Nathaniel Hackett, who everyone said shouldn't be an NFL head coach anymore? Let's bring him onto the team and have him coach. That was all Aaron Rodgers. He orchestrated what everyone says about LeBron making GM moves and decisions. Aaron Rodgers legitimately did, and it blew up in his face immediately. Also forcing the Jets to sign his 48-year-old friends who were not any good in the league when they were then signed to the team. And how can we forget just this year, 2025, or excuse me, just this past election cycle, Aaron Rodgers legitimately considered running for vice president with RFK. There were discussions on if Aaron Rodgers was going to continue playing football or make a vice presidential run. And now everyone is saying, yo, Aaron Rodgers in Steel City might be a Super Bowl. Like, I don't understand where people have been the last 4 years. And Steeler culture, I said this to Steve before, is a lot like Miami culture, where it is tough, hard-nosed, we're going to get the job done, we're all in it together, we're a family. I think Aaron Rodgers can come into the organization and blow that up immediately. Or not even that. I don't think Aaron Rodgers, 1, would care, 2, would think it's real, and 3, he would just deliberately not embrace it. One thing you had mentioned to me the last few days about the Steelers' future Aaron Rodgers is that are they going to just sign him and draft a quarterback and kind of have him play off of him? As I mentioned earlier, he refused to even help Jordan Love. We now think all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers is going to embrace helping a rookie quarterback? Absolutely not. Aaron Rodgers is going there because he thinks he is still a top 3 quarterback in the league. And like we saw when he went to the Jets, he still thinks he can legitimately compete for championships. One of 2 things are going to happen if he goes to the Steelers. And one is going to be that the Steelers culture does trump him, and things are going to get bad. He's going to be a baby and pout and cry and make things want to be his way. And I think towards the end of this season, he's going to go, you know what, guys? I actually do think I want to retire. I think this experience has shown me that my time is now, and I've given all I can to the game, and I think this is just my time to leave. I am not ruling it out that Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers. They don't give him what he wants right away, and he says, all right, see you later. So they're either going to not give in and he's going to leave, or they are going to give him what he wants. They're going to cave, and like I said, that culture is going to crumble and just be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and I can't think of any contender or close to contender where adding an Aaron Rodgers then elevates you to being a contender. No. It doesn't exist.
No.
So the teams that he wants to play for, if they take him, I will make you this prediction right now. If the Steelers take on Aaron Rodgers, they miss the playoffs.
Okay. I can get behind that. So, yeah, all right. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, we know you're listening, you hear the sound. Chill out. Maybe go home. It's time, pal. It's okay. Listen to the sound. I listen to the sound.